So, article in Guitar World with the CEO of Guitar Center, and Mr. CEO of Guitar Center says he wants to raise standards, huh? You go in the store and it wasn't up to your standards, it wasn't clean enough. Oh, you're willing to clean bathrooms, huh? I got a message for you, Mr. CEO of Guitar Center, as a former Guitar Center employee who left for various reasons, but mainly because you guys can't pay anybody a living wage. You want to raise store standards. You want to compete against the Amazons. Well, that's going to be an uphill battle for you, buddy. You want to raise standards, you need to raise pay. That's number one. You need to get people in there that want to be there, people that are actually knowledgeable. That's a big part of the big downfall of Guitar Center is there used to be knowledgeable people that worked there, and now most of them all left because they can't make a living. Unless you're a store manager or above, or you're a really good salesman in a big city, there's no money to be made at Guitar Center. So why are the employees going to care? Huh, Mr. CEO? I was the repair tech at the Cedar Rapids, Iowa store. I doubled the income of the repair section. I sold multiple high-end guitars. In fact, I typically would sell more high-end guitars than the salespeople did. Y'all paid me $10 an hour to do that at first. And then after my first review, which obviously was very good because I had increased sales and sold a lot of guitars, which you get nothing for if you're a tech. You get absolutely nothing for selling a guitar there. They tried to give me a 5-cent raise. 5 cents. And you're talking about you're willing to clean bathrooms, huh, Mr. CEO, with your gigantic check. How many millions of dollars do you probably get paid every year? And you want to sit there and say, I hope you see this video, Mr. CEO. I really do. Because you're never going to compete with the Amazons and stuff like that. Especially if you can't pay employees properly. You can't have knowledgeable staff in there. Half the time, you know how many people make tons of money off of your website? Because so many people are so knowledgeable, they buy guitars and list them as what they aren't. And they're actually a more valuable guitar. Kind of stuff happens all the time. So you want to raise standards, you need to raise pay. When I was offered the area supervisor position to be the area supervisor of all the techs, no raise. It came with no raise. So yeah, I left your company. And I stopped shopping at your company. Other than buying some strings because I absolutely needed to. I didn't have time to wait for them to come online. I will not shop at your store. Because you're just a corporation that doesn't care. You can do all the interviews you want with all the guitar magazines you want. You're not going to change people's opinion. You don't pay enough. Therefore, the employees don't care enough. Therefore, there's not enough knowledgeable employees in your store. When all of your knowledgeable people that can get along with all the different types of guitar players, because guitar players, they have egos. A lot of them are set in their ways, and you got to be able to navigate that and talk to all the different kind of guitar players that have all different kinds of opinions. And you're not going to get that when you're just hiring some kids off the street and paying them minimum wage or a couple bucks over. They don't care. I saw you guys drop the bonus systems. I saw you guys drop not profit sharing, but commissions, all in just the 2 years that I worked there. The only things that I pulled out of that place that I like is the relationships I made with customers that I still have, and the fact that I was able to get my certifications and not have to pay for them. So I'll thank you for that. But if you seriously want to raise standards at your store, it starts with the pay. I was a tech there. I can't even tell you the beginner questions I would get from other techs at your stores because you won't pay anything. How in the world can I be a certified tech and you only want to pay $11 an hour and your commission structure was only on your repairs, not even on the parts? We all know parts have a huge markup, not that you sold a lot of parts, but what's the incentive, bud? And then you'll have your area managers come in and tell you, hey, you're not a number, you're a person, and tell you that they're glad you've upped the numbers of the repairs so much, and then ask why your numbers aren't as good as the numbers in the Minneapolis store. And then I look at Mr. Area Manager and say, I live in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. There's as many people in Minneapolis as there is in the entire state of Iowa, and I'm supposed to have the same repair numbers as a store in a city of 3 million. These are the kind of people that work for Guitar Center. This is why Guitar Center is failing. This is why I won't step a foot in that store, and that store is nowhere near the shape it used to be. I watched you guys fire one of the best store managers that place probably could have ever had over the stupidest policy. The stupidest policy. I see you guys trash guitars instead of, hey, let your techs fix these guitars and send them off to charities that do the music instrument giveaways in other countries. Like, I brought that up and they just wrote it off and they didn't care. No, we just want the insurance money. We want to throw away the guitars. It was a $150 guitar new. I could have fixed it in 5 minutes and we could have sent it off somewhere. They didn't care. It's all about the profits. It's a corporation. It's a corporation owned by an investment company. So, Mr. CEO, I hope you see this. I hope people share this. I hope he hears it. I hope he sees it. Your store is not going to compete. All the younger generation, most of them are perfectly fine clicking the mouse. And last I checked, the Guitar Center website was still terrible. So you can't keep up with times. You can't pay your employees well enough. Sorry, bud, but that's the news I got for you as a former Guitar Center employee and as a very long time guitar player and guitar tech. I won't step foot in your stores. I don't care. Any town I go to, I'll go find them on a polish store. Yeah, there is still quite a few of us out there that would prefer to go into a store and check out gear in person before we buy it. But when the experience is the experience that you get at your stores with your inexperienced, unknowledgeable staff because you won't pay them enough, you're not going to compete. Anyway, that's the end of this rant. I see it's already got 7 minutes. So, Mr. CEO, those are my words. Pay your employees better. Quit hiring so much management that has no experience in the music industry. Anyway, play what you like what you play. Y'all have a good one.